think so.
All right, so NA qualifier number 1, 36 teams total. The first draft between the Dinner Excuse and tdot goons is about to begin. As you can see, there is this thing above me.
Ooh.
You can type exclamation point
Do I need to
vote
move
and
over?
then space either TG or TDE to vote for who you think will win in this matchup. But
We
the
gotta roll,
first
Jake. We
draft
gotta go.
Is here.
It's real.
Oh yeah, Toronto ban. Who would have thought?
The Kael'thas is what I'm more. It's actually these two heroes have kind of swapped in that position, right?
Yeah.
Usually it's like the first pick, first ban kind of bans that hero that they don't feel like playing against, and then the other team is forced to ban that super OP hero,
Right.
which used to be Tyrande.
But now it's more KT.
Now it's more Kael'thas. That might switch from team to team, but I think the slight changes that they have made to Tyrande have brought her down enough of a peg. She's still very strong, and we will probably see her something close to 100% participation rate in this tournament, but she's not, has to be banned, or you're going to be in for a rough time kind of thing.
Kubi,
Okay.
do you have the super secret insight as to why Zagara has suddenly become once again so prominent? This has happened in the past, and I remember you saying, I have no idea why overnight.
Jake is trolling me right now. Let me tell you why, guys. Because I presented Jake this nice tier list that I had crafted right before we went to the event. I'm like, all right, Jake, this is what we got. We got these heroes moving up and down. Zagara has moved up a lot, and once again, I have no idea why. It's actually not so much that. It's really she's just very good with wave clear,
Yeah.
and that actually has a lot to do with how teams are rotating, especially on Tomb of the Spider Queen. And it's even better of a reason to pick her because she provides vision. She's the hero you can stick in that bottom lane because you're oftentimes going to see a lot of rotations between top and mid, but you can stick her in the bottom lane and she can control vision of the bottom turn-in location. So as long as the rest of the team is very good at rotating between those two lanes, you have dominant map control. And you can rotate super easily between those two lanes, control all of the gems, even start pushing towers to get that experience lead, get those early turn-ins to get the towers. It's a great way to set up and play the map. Alternatively, Dinner Excuse could choose to go for a very gank-heavy style to try to, sort of push them off their feet, get them off balance a little bit, put them on tilt, whatever you want to call it. We'll see, though.
We'll see. They have the gank potential, but an early pick on Medic, preferencing that over a hero like Uther. I mean, Uther has still been very, very prominent in those early picks.
Yeah.
Medic's usually a hero that we see a little bit later in the drafts just because certain heroes can really just jump on her and blow her
Yes.
up. She doesn't have the most mobility and survivability that other supports might have.
Very, very good points. We are in Tomb of Spider Queen again, so you got to keep in mind that small map, we could see, even crazy stuff like Kerrigan. Diablo is a very likely pick. Muradin has seen a lot of changes with this last patch. Avatar no longer stuns.
Yeah.
Used to do a quarter-second stun on every auto attack that has been removed in favor of a little bit more HP, a couple hundred more HP on the Avatar when you trigger the ability. So I would fully suspect to see a lot less Muradin, or at the very least him much lower priority in the drafts. So like you were mentioning, Medic was picked pretty early. Goons, they have a ban coming up here, and there's so many heroes they need to ban to keep Medic safe. It's almost an impossible task.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with you that it's fine to pick Medic, but you need to pick her into the right compositions. And an excuse. Raynor's maybe not the most aggressive hero, but they can still draft to deal with that. So they're going to take out a support, try to limit that. Very likely, if Dinner Excuse is good with Karazim, that would be the pick in my eyes.
Malfearon's
Maybe
gotten a big buff
it could be
too,
Tassadar
though.
as well if they're
Yeah, that's
practiced in solo support Tassadar, which is really
picked up a lot.
it has been
a lot of momentum. So Sonya being banned out, that's targeted because Medic and Sonya, they're best friends. I mean, Medic can really help keep Sonya alive.
Very true.
Thrall also pairs really well with Medic, and it looks like we might actually see the Thrall denial here picked up by the Dinner Excuse. Going for these big rotations, ETC and Thrall. I mean, one thing about Thrall in general, you just think about his base kit. Sure, he's good at closing the gap and blowing up Medic, but the flanks with Sundering can really put Medic in that bad spot, and then the follow-up from that power slide, potential mosh pits to lock them down. Really good pickups here by Dinner Excuse.
How long do you think Thrall's been growing his hair out for?
I don't know if he's ever gotten it cut, Kubi. Like,
Look at that thing.
That braid could.
But I gotta be honest. Like, where does the hair come from? If you look, look at his portrait, right? You see, he's got like this ponytail. That's a lot of hair on the top of his head. It
both
looks
sides.
like it pulls up from the back of his head.
It goes up and then it goes down and braids on both sides.
No.
Yeah, you can see it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. He's never cut it.
Ah!
Choke! No! What is happening?
We're like talking about Thrall's hair. We completely missed. Oh no. Oh,
And 7-sided strike. Now, we were talking about Kerosene being a
Yeah.
strong pickup before you put the option of 7-sided strike, which is 49% of a character's health if it
Yeah.
hits a single character. Well, Cho'Gall is 2 characters in 1.
Yep. Any hero that can pick up percent-based damage is going to be strong. Raynor can get
Giant Killer.
Giant Killer. There's nothing available for Thrall or Jaina or ETC. So at the
And
very least,
vulnerability on Jaina is still very good.
that's true. Yeah, single target vulnerability.
Yeah.
But she can do it in AOE. So it depends. Depends on how you want to look at it. But you're right. Any kind of stuns or roots are going to be doubly effective. But healing is also very, very effective as well. This is interesting.
Yeah. That's putting it lightly.
So I will say, Cho'Gall at this early portion of the bracket, it is either going to stomp the game or it is going to fail miserably. That's just how I'm feeling. I don't think this is going to be a close game, either way.
Kubi, you don't feel it's going to be a close game. Let's get an update on those votes. It's pretty close on the votes.
Yeah. Well, that was before they saw Cho'Gall.
I'm ready. I'm not ready for this game because this is
It's
going to
gonna
be
be nice.
hype.
Okay, this is Cho'Gall.
I'm like waiting for
I don't
chat.
think Cho'Gall even appears on my tier list. That's how little I was expecting to see Cho'Gall today.
Well, we've got all
Wow.
10 members in the lobby. This is great. I'm just waiting for Cho'Gall to
Oh
pop
my
up in the chat
gosh.
so I can update the Twitch title to include Cho'Gall
Yes, please.
and tweet out. Let's prep that tweet. This is going to be something else.
Oh
I
my
don't know that I've ever cast Cho'Gall, honestly. I don't know that I have. In a,
No, I
in
mean,
a
I've
competitive
seen
setting.
some replays of it.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it.
in scrims and stuff, but not. Yeah, but not in a competitive match. No, can't say I have. Well, we're off to a running start here today. Oh man. So the Gall changes. That's in the PTR, right?
It's not live.
It's not live.
I
right
don't
now.
think so.
I'm pretty sure those are PTR changes. So Gall did receive a lot of changes. Cho a little bit.
Yeah, they lost some forms of sustain, gained others, and gained a lot of damage, essentially.
But really moot point because
Yeah. Oh, that's a good
Moo.
PTR.
ETC moot point. Ah!
I hate
okay,
you.
all right,
I
moving.
despise your existence.
Just got to get him out of the way, man. Just got to get him out of the way early. Cho'Gall, super hyped for this. Now, if there's going to be a battleground to run Cho'Gall, this is probably it.
Yeah.
You want, because you're losing a body, essentially. You're losing a body to soak. Any of the maps where you're making frequent rotations between two lanes that are close together, and Tomb of the Spider Queen, Dragonshire, those are the two prominent ones.
Yeah, but and also this is a, like you said, smaller map, so it's pretty good for sieging up. From the center of the lane, you can just
Oh,
throw
sure.
out
Yeah,
those dread orbs and start to burn down, and of course the rune bombs start to really burn down the towers and get yourself an early experience advantage. But they've got to be so careful for those rotations because if they start to lose heroes early, they're not going to be able to do any of
Yeah.
that structural damage.
That's a stun with ETC who can force positioning. Very much expect to see the extra knockback and slow for level 7 and 13
yeah.
on ETC for face melt. Let's see, Thrall he's got the root in his base kit. That's super nice. Jaina's got plenty of slows.
Penetrating round after
Yeah,
rotations
after
can be
levels-
really good too.
Yeah, after 16.
Oh, especially with Bullseye, yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of potential, but if they can't get to that medic, if that Cho'Gall is like dashing forward, blocking them back.
Yep. Morales as well. One of the supports that doesn't sacrifice a lot to pick up cleanse.
True. That's a good
And
point.
That's another smart.
Isn't
area.
that when level tier Clear is, though? Level 7? Clear's a pretty good talent to keep
Yes, it is.
herself alive.
It is.
Yeah, so you're
Yeah,
giving up
level-
Clear.
Level 4 is the mana refund and I think extra damage. Level 7 is knockback.
Yeah.
Knockback and projectile speed.
Yeah, that's what
Those two go together.
And that's really helpful for just staying alive in general. It gives her a lot more just
but I am
survivability.
liking. Oh, he was gonna go for the pink skin. I wanted
Oh
to
man,
see it.
you're so ready for Valentine's Day, Kubi.
So ready, and that would really just.
Kubi's favorite holiday. Oh, there it is. He read your mind.
But no Cho'Gall skin. No Cho'Gall skin. Jake, are you Master Gall?
No, that's my lowest level hero.
Gall is?
Well, Cho.
Oh, Cho is.
Yeah.
What about Gall?
Gall's only level 8, I think, on my account. They're like my 2 heroes that I don't have the Master Portrait, so I don't even have either of them to 9.
Every other hero is at 9.
Except for Greymane, who's like a sliver away.
Decent. Well, we could see some decent main.
Dude, Greymane got played yesterday.
Yes, he did. It
Yeah.
was actually pretty good.
Yeah, dude,
It was pretty good.
so pumped about the Greymane changes. I'm so
Yeah.
pumped about the upcoming Lunara changes.
They didn't go super off the charts with it either. I liked the tweaks that they made for Greymane. It's
They're
like,
good.
It's what, 1 second cooldown reduction off of the dive in and disengage, and then I think the level 13 talent that increases the range of your Q, which is the swipe, that no longer has a cooldown penalty. And I think there was some cooldown reductions on the Gilnean Cocktail. But they're really small changes, but everything in the right direction to push him into competitive play. Very excited about that. It looks as though game number 1 is loading up for Tomb of the Spider Queen between the Dinner Excuse and tdot. What, Jake?
Goons. tdot Goons.
Goons.
And the Dinner Excuse. Kubi, are you ready for this new overlay animation? We're going to see it as soon as this game loads in.
Oh, God. No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I think the teams are on the wrong side.
Oh, no, Jake. The world premiere and the teams are on the wrong side?
I can fix this. All right, on the left side.
Oh,
the
no,
Dinner
you
Excuse. with Lou playing ETC, C2 Ground on Thrall. We've got Narumi Fleet playing Raynor. Caterpillar. Is that your... Who is that? It's Kerosene. That skin is like just blending into that spider.
You struggled.
And then charge on Jaina. Not going with the mounts. These guys, mounts mid lane only, little ponies up top.
Yeah, that's messed up, man. All right, over on the right side for tdot Goons. Oh, boy. I'm just going to go ahead and skip Cho'Gall. Jim is going to be on follow. Mittens will be playing the medic. We have Gangsta Vile? Is that Vile?
Yeah.
It's going to be on Zagara. And we have Kajabbles on Cho'Gall.
Did it. It's like Dibble's weird two-headed brother, Kajabbles.
Yeah. I do like this. That is Master Skin. Jake.
Yeah.
That is Master Cho.
They don't joke around here. They're ready. All right, Lou trying to peel in. A nice route going out from Thrall, but not connecting on Zagara. And a lot of damage being received here on the size of the Dinner Excuse. With that Cho in the front line with the medic heals, I mean, he can dish out a ton of damage.
Seasoned Marksman, very good choice. I like that. Again, small map, rotate quickly to pick up those stacks. Should be able to pick up more than 2 stacks per minute if you're playing right and really focusing on that. But they've got a lot of other priorities to deal with, so we'll see how effective that ends up going. Vala going for this multi-shot build. Everything else, I like the medic grabbing the self-proc of the safeguard.
Yeah.
But Gall has yet to pick. Probably going to be the Shadow Flame area increase, I would think.
Yeah, it's really interesting that he hasn't picked a talent this late. I mean, I realize that when you're playing Gall, you don't have to use your mount. Like, you just kind of skill shot. You don't actually move around.
Yeah, I mean, he could pretty much be AFKing right now.
Yeah,
Cho does all the work.
Well,
That's just how it is. Cho does all the work when you play Cho'Gall.
Kubi's only saying this because he plays the show.
I'm just poking the light in, man. I'm trying to get a reaction out of you. Oh, boy.
Well, I love their approach to this game so far. They've just left Zagara in the bottom lane who can safely soak it. She's been staying back, not trying to push the lane out at all because it's an inherent risk because of the rotations that do exist here on the side of the Dinner Excuse. And we've seen this continuous rotation from the other 4 players in this game. Not 4 members, because there's only 3 of them with Cho'Gall. 4 players.
Level 1 talent pickup for Thrall. There is a root increase.
Come on, Gall. Oh, he went for the...
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a talent, I think it's at level 4, that increases the root time from
Speed.
1 to 1.5 seconds
Yeah.
if you hit a hero with it. That may be an actual option.
Okay. Well, we'll see. This is actually really interesting to see Rabbit and Wolf just because that's not all too common. That's for
No,
sure.
it's not. Usually, you know, we're going to be seeing something either a Chain Lightning build or you're going to go for the Season Marksman stack. So
No.
they are, you know, they have to. They have to put a lot of consideration into the fact that there is a Cho'Gall in play. Dread Orbs bounce back. Oh, we see the mount cooldown reduction for abilities hit.
Cho'Gall taking a lot of damage here, but they're able to dash on out of that fight. Talking about those talents that you mentioned, that we have a Blazing Bulwark with rollback.
That's interesting.
So you get the
Maybe
the
not
second option.
an auto attack style of Cho. I mean,
Guess
this guy's
not.
Master Cho. I'll take his word for it. But I really prefer you can throw out the rune bomb and your next auto attack does crit damage. That's usually how I see Cho'Gall played. Very interesting.
Well,
this could be a learning experience. Though. You guys are going to
Yeah.
be learning with us as we see this, because this is a very, very rare pick to see this. And really the adaptations that Dinner Excuse needs to make to effectively push Cho'Gall away and make them not effective. Like I said, this is probably going to be, at some point, a quick snowball for one team or the other. Like, it's going to be either they deal with it or they do not, and it is very heavily in one way or the other.
You can see that focus from Cho'Gall has been significant with the medic heals. He's getting a little bit more aggressive, just throwing out the continuous rune bombs, nearly getting that first tower. And oh, they haven't quite got it yet. Cho wanting to step forward. They just need one more attack, and there it goes down from a minion. 19 to 30 in terms of gems turned in so far in this game in favor of the Dinner Excuse, but tdot goons seem to have a little bit more control when it comes to just the map in general.
You know, Jake, we were criticizing this early medic pick on the side of tdot goons.
It works with Cho'Gall, man.
It does. That's the way to set up for Cho'Gall. You pick something like that, and it's like, all right, we gotta deal with now. Medic is like, you kind of deal with medic the same way that you deal with Cho'Gall, just a lot of stuns and dive potential. True. So, but medic is an excellent healer for Cho'Gall. So it's you're trying to toss it. It's like, what do we want to? Oh, Lou. My boy Lou, please! Oh no! That was actually a really good grenade.
Yeah.
That could have been followed up on.
A lot of damage there. Good protection here of the bottom turn in. Only
Okay.
11 more gems are needed. Cho'Gall tried to step in there to turn them in. Lou getting his 9 in. That'll put them at 39, but still not enough here for Dinner Excuse. And the turn will successfully go in for tdot goons, the first web weavers of the game.
It's like I was talking about, man. Like having control of that entire bottom section.
Oh, man.
Is so important, and it really does give your team a lot of advantage. If we see, consecutive turn-ins for tdot goons because of that, because they have that Zagara pick. Wow, look at this. Look at this. There's that cleanse. Fully expected to see that. Probably will be seeing attack. Yep, and Vala.
All right. That's the wrong button.
Jake just
we're
slamming
back.
his face into the keyboard.
A nice surging fist going forward. A lot of damage just coming up from Cho'Gall in general. With Fire Eater, all these additional talents, a lot of self-sustain for that hero. With Medic, it's going to be so hard to blow him up. But again, we have to talk about 7-side strength once we get to level 10. Since there's no heroics in the game quite yet, we're just seeing incredibly aggressive play out of Cho'Gall. And this top
Lou
is taking so much damage.
That was actually a really good surging fist. Caterpillar is going to have to make use of one of his dashes, maybe? Not quite.
Ooh, Cho'Gall is going in.
No, he can't do it. Can't do it. They will be able to get this.
Okay. Jaina died mid lane actually versus Vala. Looks like Jim just rolled on in and picked up a nice kill. Suddenly there's a huge experience disparity.
This is a really weird Thrall build. That is the activatable Frostwolf at level 7.
Yeah.
To heal. It's just
so
a very sustainy.
Yeah.
This would make sense for a solo task.
Yeah.
And again, I got nothing against the build. He's gonna stay alive in a lot more situations. But is the damage output there? That's the big question.
They kind of need that bursty damage.
They do need that kind of burst damage. I was fully expecting to see the cooldown reduction for the Wind Fury at level 7. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Okay, well, we do see the siege camp picked up here in the bottom lane. Zagara has so much creep spread, but no vision there on that exact camp. Just out of range, I believe.
Heroics available. We're seeing upheaval.
This is some next level. So we are going with Shadowbolt Volley. The buff for Twilight Nether hasn't come to the game yet. But Power Slide forward from ETC looks like he gets it. He gets the pull in onto Jaina, and the kill is there. Strafe doing a lot of damage as well.
Yeah,
and going forward with the Surging Fist, not enough to chase.
Yeah, everybody else should be alright. It's a 60-second cooldown on the ability for both of them. And that's part of the reason that you can argue that they pair well together, but in actuality, unless your spacing is on point for that ability, oftentimes you'll trigger the Shadow Bolt Volley as you activate Upheaval, and you'll pull people behind you. And the Shadow Bolt Volley turns so slowly, slower than Lightning Breath for Diablo if you play with that heroic at all. And that can really ruin you in terms of trying to hit that target hero.
And getting the communication with your Cho kind of needs to move to angle the Shadow Bolt Volley as well. So it's actually pretty difficult to angle that perfectly.
Something that you've got to rehearse quite a bit. I will assume, give these guys, benefit of the doubt that they have.
Yeah.
And they made good use of it there. They did get the takedown. All right, 2-level lead right now. It's looking good, and they are cleaning up
Yeah.
This Web Weaver wave
See,
really fast.
turning in your gems for a Web Weaver turn in while you don't have heroics when your opponents do is always a little bit risky. And how much can they do? Cho going forward, the strafe in the back line, doing a ton of damage to Thrall. Thrall does die to that multi-shot. Shadow Bolt volley doing a ton of damage to Jaina and Raynor, but not enough for another kill.
Hard to say that that's a waste, though. Again, cooldown is so low on that ability.
Yeah.
Even if they're just picking up single takedowns each time, just having that one takedown forces the entire enemy team back from the dinner excuse. Look at their positioning on the map. They want to be with those Web Weavers taking out forts. How many forts are there on the side of dinner excuse? Jake? Ba-ba-da-ba.
3 to 0. 3 to 0.
3 to 0 right now.
So
because of the effectiveness of those turn-ins.
And the turning in while you don't have heroics, again, is always a little bit risky. It's best to hold out if you can, because you want to get that advantage with the Web Weavers. You want to get, as much damage as done possible.
Thundering into Mosh Pit, gotta watch for it. Be careful.
There's the Mosh going down. Hyperion in the back. But the Maw actually disengaging the Mosh Pit.
That is huge.
And they're going to be going on, and we see that Cho'Gall actually pulls them away from the fight, but they're getting shredded. The huge strafe from Jim will get both of the kills, and Shadow Bolt volley using for wave clear.
Jake, what did I say? What did I say was going to happen with this game? Either they know how to deal with it, or they do not. And so far, it looks like they do not.
Absolutely ridiculous start to this game. I was actually so critical when I saw the pickup here of the pull and the upheaval versus the knockback. I was thinking they're going to need that peel for Medic to just kind of knock Thrall away, knock ETC away.
He peeled all the way across the screen. He got behind the enemy team and pulled them away with upheaval. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
No one had ever, well, I'm sure people have done it, but like you do not see that heroic used like that. It's almost always an initiator. You catch someone out of position and that happens, but no. Great peel. I like the use of it. Very smart. And they got 5 takedowns from it. 8 to 0 right now. Cho'Gall has not even died.
That's some esports action.
Oh, more pulls!
Oh
yes!
My goodness! Lou taking a ton of damage, does end up falling before he can even use a single ability. We see the Shadow Bolt volley shredding through them as well, and these Web Weavers have just spawned at max health in all 3 lanes, pushed out.
Oh my god. Here's another crazy thing. We probably won't be able to see it for the rest of this game. A way that they could use upheaval is to pull people through the gate and actually stick the Maw inside the gate. They don't even have to hit anyone with it. The pull is so far that they could actually use it simply as a wall to kill people.
Oh,
that's what kind of position they're in right now.
Okay, top first keep down, only 10 minutes into this game.
Yeah, they're 3 levels up, I get that, but you could still make mistakes. Especially Jim. Oh, that's Sundering. This could be bad.
Oh, wow, but a huge surging fist and the Maw follow-up to get them out. Jim getting healed quickly. Solo is Raynor in the backside, and Cho'Gall getting hit by the 7-sided strike, but the heals are there from Medic, and they got the first kill. It was on ETC. Or Kerosene? Who is that? Jaina? Raynor. I did it, Kubi. I just could not see the icon. I did it, though.
Nailed it. Oh, okay. That's wave clear, man. That's some wave clear. Oh, gosh. This is... the Medic is just pulling numbers, dude. Oh, is this GG?
I am so
close.
disoriented.
If Blue dies here, it's not good.
I don't know if they can stop this QB.
This is terrifying.
This is going to be a very, very hard-pressed offensive Mosh Pit used in desperation, but ETC falls. We do see Thrall getting very low, but he's going to die to the Rune Bomb of Cho'Gall, and they are working on the core.
That's GG, bro. Mitten's got too much mana. There's no way to kill Cho'Gall at this point. Not when you're 4 levels down.
Hashtag Mittens got mana. GG. 7-sided strike. Just the tip connecting on Jim. Game number 1 going to the side of tdot goons. Wow. Get the magic markers and color me impressed.
Because that was neat. No, not the Sharpie. I said magic marker, Jake.
I don't have a magic marker.
Ah.
It's going to write impressed on your forehead. Then you're going to look like a fool.
Then you'd look silly. That was something else. I loved it, though. I loved every second of it. And that was a stomp. Sorry, dinner excuse. But it was...
What's your excuse today? Well, they gave me an excuse pre the game. I asked what their excuse was preemptively. And they said... Because
they're hungry.
Because they're hungry.
I like that. That makes sense.
Well, go eat dinner.
Yeah, go eat fast.
Breakfast.
Depends on where... If they're West Coast, it could be breakfast.
It's breakfast East Coast.
They got to be adaptable, man. They just got bopped by Cho'Gall. They got to adapt. Maybe they need to be the breakfast excuse.
Wow. Because they ain't even ready for dinner.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break, Jake, shall we? Let's get ready for game number 2. We'll be back in just a few, guys.